Yesterday, I talked a lot about how it's okay to suck at something, and then I decided to give you a perfect example by releasing that YouTube video yesterday. That was a little rough start. The mic wasn't really working great, so the audio sounds pretty terrible in that video. Realized how dark my car was. You can barely see me most of the time I'm talking, but it's all right. I think we got the mic thing figured out. I got the fluffy ball on top to hopefully limit some of that background noise. I got my overhead lights on so you can actually see me when I'm talking, and it's a chest, shoulder, and tricep day. So I mean, really, only going up from here in my mind. Um, see, 87 days out. Had a good jump on the scale this morning. Went down to 230.5, so it's almost 120 pounds down total, which I'm excited about. I always love big jumps, and I always know a big jump is coming because my weight will remain stagnant for a few days and might even increase a pound or two. But then usually after that, there's a semi decent drop. So happy about that. Almost in the 220s. Man, I can't wait for that. 220s? That would be cool. That'll come. Hopefully within the next 3 4 days, I'll be down into the 220s, 229 type range. But chest, shoulders, and tries today. So I'll probably start off with a little bit of ego lifting on bench. Now, let me qualify that statement by saying, is it ego lifting? Yes. But does it have a purpose? Also, yes. And the purpose behind starting off with barbell flat bench is I need to see where my strength's at during this cut. It helps me decide if I keep the calories where they're at or if I increase them, right? Because if I'm dropping weight too fast, which again, I had a big jump this morning, big drop, but my strength also has a big drop, I know my calories are too low and I need to increase them slightly. So doing bench gives me a good understanding of where I'm at strength wise and if I'm close to where I was last week and the week before. So I'll start off with some flat bench. I think, the goal there is going to be 315 for 3 reps for 3 sets. So not a crazy amount of volume. I mean, my upper body is decently strong, but back a year or two ago, I was doing 315 for 6 or so. So comparatively speaking, it's not a ton of volume, but again, mainly just to keep that strength intact, to judge where that strength is at so I can make adjustments if I need to on my diet. After that, I don't know. I mean, I love doing Smith machine incline, but the problem is this time of day, it's not only rare to get a Smith machine, but it's even more rare to get an incline bench. So to get both of those at the same time, the stars will need to align for me. I'll tell you that much. So I'll do that 100% if I can. If not, maybe I'll do some lighter dumbbell incline. And then worst case scenario, if I can't do that either, I'll probably do some machine incline instead. So we'll see what's in store there. But major focus of today is lateral and front delts. Not so much front because my front delts are already pretty decent. And you don't want massive front delts for men's physique, but you got to have those cap delts, those lateral delts. You got to have those. So they're looking pretty good right now, but you can never hit them hard enough. I mean, not necessarily true, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? So we'll do a lot of shoulder raises, a lot of cable shoulder raises, dumbbell shoulder raises, machine shoulder raises, really any shoulder raise in the book we're going to be doing here. So that's honestly my favorite part, though, especially now that I'm leaning out. Starting to see those shoulder striations, starting to see the veins popping out in my shoulders. It's a fun place to be in. For me, when I'm cutting down and when I'm at the point where I am now where pretty much I'm seeing changes weekly. That's a fun place to be in, right? It's this new vein or it's, striations here. It's awesome. I mean, last night I was checking my legs again and, I'm having quad veins going down my legs. And that, I mean, I've never seen that before in my legs. That's for sure. So, really, really fun to see progress, to see changes. And the best part is, I mean, we're not even at the best part. We got probably another 4 to 5 weeks of fat loss before that full six pack really kicks in. Again, I mentioned yesterday, all my last remaining fat is pretty much in my trunk. So I'm excited for when that moment comes. Again, got to be patient. We'll get there. Got to trust the process, trust the calorie deficit plus cardio plus lifting. But the goal today is not only hammer chest, hammer shoulders, and hammer my triceps, is to get my freaking mic to work. So hopefully, I mean, I'll do a test video before. I mean, that was a mistake of mine. I just jumped right into it. And then there I was on the squat rack just talking to myself because my mic wasn't even working. And nobody around me even had headphones on. So they were all listening to what I was saying. And so for my first YouTube video, it was a little rocky. But that's fine, right? It's not about being perfect out the gate. It's about those repetitions. Just like anything else in life, the more you practice, the better you're going to be. So in all reality, who's even going to see these YouTube videos? I'm not even posting the link anywhere right now. So if you're watching, shout out to you. You're one of the day ones. But just pulling up to the gym, gonna make sure my mic works before I start recording my first videos. But let's get it. I'll see you guys in there. All right. I think we got the microphone situation figured out here. I think it was something to do with having my AirPods in at the same time, but hopefully we got it figured out here and you can actually hear me. Do some warm-up sets here. Work my way up to 315. See how we're feeling. Feeling a little weak today, if I'm being honest. When I get to this point in a calorie deficit and the strength starts to go a little bit, makes me a little nervous to throw on 315. But I figure worst thing that can happen, I got my clips, I'll throw them on when I get up to 315. But worst thing that'll happen is I won't be able to get it up, and then someone around here, hopefully, will come and help me out. Yeah, a little weak today for sure. That's expected. As long as I can get a rep or two at 315, we're not in a bad spot now. Where I would start to worry is if all of a sudden I can't even get 315 up. Then last week I was doing 3 sets of 3. So as long as there's not a crazy strength drop, I think we're in a good spot. Definitely still a little out of my comfort zone, filming in the middle of the gym. At least when I had my AirPods and music working, I could kind of tune myself out so I didn't hear myself talking so loud. But I can't seem to figure out how to keep my AirPods working and also the mic. So we're going no music today, and I just get to listen to myself talk, which is it's not a huge deal. I mean, there are certainly mornings where I just want to throw on a good playlist, listen to some Olivia Dean, and go to work. But we can still get it done. No music. I mean, it's a little weird. They've got no music at all playing in the gym right now, so that certainly doesn't help. I need to go tell somebody at the front desk that they need to change that ASAP. What kind of gym doesn't have music playing? I mean, come on. I feel like that's the bare minimum, really. Usually they've got it, like I said, so maybe it's just not working today or somebody forgot to turn it on. But just waiting a little bit longer to make sure, one, I can have the strength to get this up there so I don't look like a fool that's over here ego lifting. But should be no problem. All right. Oh man. Ooh, that third rep was a struggle. That one made me a little nervous, if I'm being honest. The second there, that I didn't think that one was going up. So I'm glad I did. I know I say worst case scenario, someone will come on over and help me out, but I don't want that. Nobody wants that. But at the same time, if you're not pushing yourself to failure, you're not training. All right. Let's go ahead and knock out this second set here. Now, this might be the last set. Again, it's only 2 sets, but really I'm just trying to judge my strength. And I think it's a little down today for sure. But it's nothing crazy. I mean, that third rep may have been a struggle, but it was still 3. So most times my second set's a little bit better than the first. So I'm hoping that's the case, but we might be stopping at 2 reps here. Well, that was good. Got 3. Can't ask for much more than that. I think I'm going to call it for flat bench, even though we just did 2 sets, and go over and do some lighter work on the incline. All right. So like I mentioned earlier, much prefer Smith machine incline, but with how busy the gym is today, there's no way I'm getting both an incline bench and the Smith machine. So that's all right. We'll do a little traditional incline here. I haven't done non-Smith machine incline in a minute, so we'll see where we're at. Oh man. Well, strength fading a little quickly. I think we'll need to go down to 185 here is probably the right move. Again, I want more reps, less trying to build strength type reps. That's okay. I just got to go hunt down a pair of 25s. All right. I think 185 is the better choice here. 225 felt heavy today on incline. Gotta move that down. All right. Let's pump them out. Oh. I think this pump cover may need to come off soon. It is a little toasty in here today. I don't care with that. It's freezing outside today. Shivering walking into the gym today. Just a little rest here. Get that heart rate down a little bit. Let that strength come back up. I think we'll do 2 more sets here. I mean, really, what's next depends on what's available. So we'll just hammer these out and think about that later. Whew. Last set here. Then we'll go get those triceps pumped up a little bit. All right. Let's go hit some triceps. Alright. Tricep machine that I wanted was occupied. So I'm gonna do a little machine shoulder press here. Again, as I mentioned earlier, the goal isn't to have big front delts for this show, right? I mean, I always want big front delts, but I'm not gonna go super heavy here. This is more of a pump them up, get them full of blood type set. So nothing too crazy. We'll do these semi quickly. And I don't. We already did our incline pressing, so now more pressing is not required, but I always want to get at least a couple of sets in of shoulder press. Even though, you know, technically you're hitting your front delts when you do incline barbell, but just doesn't quite satisfy the itch for me. So again, we'll pump these out semi-quick. Probably only do 3 or so sets. Then hopefully, you know what? That machine I want is open now, so we're just gonna go ahead and grab it before it gets taken. So we'll just take a little walk right over here, flop you down, and there we go. I'm gonna change that camera angle up. All right. I didn't want to be filming the lying hamstring curl machine over there. Didn't want to make anybody uncomfortable. I love this machine. It's one of my favorites. I only wish it went a little heavier. At the point now where, you know, full stack plus each additional weight, and I could probably, you know, crank out 10 to 12 reps there. So it'd be nice if it went a little bit heavier, but I do love this machine. Whew. All right, I'm getting too toasty. Pump covers gonna have to come off here. All right, that feels quite a bit better. These ones are another one that they get the heart rate up there. So I try to take a little bit longer breaks on these, but I mean, we don't want to be the guy taking up one machine for 15 minutes. So within reason. All right, let's go ahead and pump out set number 2. That's good stuff. All right. Let's hammer out this last one. Then maybe we do some chest flies. We'll see what we can get. Oh, all right. That's it for this one. Got the chest fly. No, three's fine there, but I'm gonna do a little lighter here. Me. The goal is perfect form. The goal is not to do the entire stack. So go a little lighter. Focus on keeping that chest up, shoulders roll back, and squeeze. So another, I'm having a hard time squeezing it there at the top at the end. That's when I just start to pump them out. But again, you don't need crazy heavy weight on these. The ego lift on bench, and then the rest of the time we do what's ideal. All right, let's get a second take one here. I'm going to hold a little higher, a little further behind, get a little bit more of a stretch going. Again, chest up, shoulders back. Oh yeah, that gets his blood pumping for sure. All right, let's finish strong here. We got one more set of these, and we're thinking something like skull thrusters. We'll see. All right, moving on. All right, we were lucky enough to get a dual cable machine. So I'm gonna do a little superset here. So we got rope tricep pushdowns, then we'll do the cable tricep extension. So just trying to get these triceps full and really controlled on the surge. Oh yeah, might be a little heavy, but for the first one, I think we're all right. We'll go a little lighter for that second set here. But on the tricep extension, I like to do it to where you have this, just below hip height, That way you're not pulling it all the way up from the ground. You just got to pull it up a little bit to get it overhead, like so. Oh. Set number one of this superset. So I think we'll do 3 of each here, and then get into some lateral raises. I think since we got the dual cable machine, got to take advantage, right? All right, let's get into set number 2 here. Yeah, those triceps are getting pumped. Oh. Give it maybe 15, 20 seconds of rest before we jump right into overhead. All right. Whew. We're gonna go ahead and crank out this last set here. Then I think I want to go do some dumbbell shoulder raises. Feeling like that'll be good for me today. So pump these ones out. Last set, best set. Oh, man, try to do a couple of partials there at the end, just to get something a little extra when those triceps start to give out. So let's finish these up. Pump out these overhead extensions. Oh, all right, on to the next. All right, got a little bit of a mirror angle here. Gonna do shoulder raises, dumbbell. I mean, we're not doing anything crazy here. We got 15-pound dumbbells, but we just want to pump them out, get those shoulders full of blood. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of repetitions here, but it's all right. It was either the 15s or the 30s. And I mean, I probably could do the 30s, but maybe for only 6 reps. And that's not what we want here. I want to get those shoulders nice and pumped out. Oh yeah. Starting to see some of the striations in the shoulders, man. That's freaking cool. Really like that. Like I mentioned, I mean, my arms are getting pretty lean, but just got to get that the last trunk fat out of there. But we'll wait for the heart rate to come down. I mean, this is a lot of reps here, so give a decent amount of time to rest. Nothing crazy, but I want to let the heart rate come down a little bit before we pump out the second set. And I mean, I might do 5 or 6 sets here. We'll see. All right, let's get them pumped. Oh, that hurt. That hurt so good. Oh man, another good one here. Let's go. Oh yeah. Oh, those are getting pumped. Oh yeah, that's some good stuff. All right, I think we're gonna do one more good one here, and then probably go do some single arm tricep work, and then finish with machine lateral raises. But you never know. I changed my mind. All right. Pump out some tries here. Um, Nothing super crazy. Just want to focus on the lockout, slow and controlled. We'll need to go a little bit heavier on this next set. I'm not doing super long rest breaks on these ones. I mean, the goal is to get the triceps as pumped as possible before we finish up with some machine shoulder raises. Also, just switch the video to cinematic. Probably should have been filming in that mode the entire time, but we learn every day. So let's go ahead and get into the second set here. Oh. That was good stuff. So now the goal here is start with the weaker arm, take it to failure, match the number of reps you do with the weaker arm with the stronger arm. That way they balance out a little more. And surprisingly enough, right now, my weaker arm is my right arm. I had some elbow issues going on. I don't really know exactly what it was. It's feeling a lot better now, but it's still definitely my weaker arm because I had to take it a little bit lighter on that one for a while. So got 10 there on the right arm. Gonna try to match 10 here with the left. Balance everything out. All right, I think we'll do probably one more set here. Go hit some machine lateral raises, hit the shower, and go to work. I'll be back here in 4 hours or so to do my cardio. I mean, right now my schedule is morning lifting about hour and 20, hour and 30. Head to work. I eat my breakfast, which is ground beef, rice, and veggies. Get my work done. Come back here on my lunch break. Hit my 30 minutes of incline treadmill, my cardio, and then go back and eat my lunch. Finish up the work day. So we'll get after it here. Finish up this last set. Last set, best set. Oh, that last one was a struggle there. But still got 10. 10 with the right means 10 with the left. All right. That's good. It's good enough for triceps. Let's go finish with those shoulders. Hey, these are my favorite thing to do for a finisher here on my push day. So now the goal with lateral raises is make sure you don't use your traps at all to get the weight up. So think lifts with the elbows, slow and controlled. Now, I think lateral raises are just about the worst thing that you can ego lift on. So with these ones, I mean, go as light as you need to. Your shoulders are still going to grow. In fact, they're going to grow better with lighter weight, perfect form, versus heavier weight, but you're kind of shrugging it up there. Don't be afraid to go light. Who cares? I mean, you just saw me doing lateral raises with 15s. It doesn't matter what weight you do. Form over everything. So I like to pump these out decently quick. Get those shoulders nice and full of blood before I finish up for the day. Oh, yeah. those are good. Now, I think I'm gonna do one more set here. Lighten it up a little bit. Really just crank out anything left that I've got in the tank. Again, I intentionally don't rest very long on these ones. So I think this will be our last set. Last set, best set. Oh yeah. Well, that's gonna do it for me today. I'm gassed. Good lifting. Time to shower. Head to work. Call it a day. Thanks for watching. See you guys tomorrow.